Hello everybody, my name is The Awesome Villager. Welcome back to another video. I hope you are all well, and today we're going to be taking a look at another mod. Now, you may remember when I did the Dalek mod. Now, don't worry, it's not like a part 2 to the Doctor Who or anything, for those of you who maybe didn't like that. It is actually a mod that is made by the same people as the Dalek mod. I'll leave a link to their channel in the description, and it is the War of the Worlds mod. Now, some of you may have heard of the famous novel War of the Worlds by H.G. Wells. It's set in like the start of the 20th century, just before World War I begins, in like an alternate universe where Martians invade Earth, and they kind of infect the planet almost with like this red weed. It's hard to explain, it's hard to summarise. And they've made this mod of it, and it's just really amazing. I mean, just like the Dalek mod in my opinion, a really good mod. So we're going to have a look at it. So in these chests I have some items and various things. So I guess we'll start by having a look at some of the mobs. Now, I myself haven't actually even fully explored the mod. I've only had it for like a couple of days, so I'm still learning things, so this is by no means like a complete summary. So here is the looter. Now, they are humanoid mobs, as you can see. They're actually hostile, and the idea is that they kind of try to steal your stuff almost and kill you. Now, the next ones I'll probably go over here and spawn, because these are like the Martians. They're a lot more dangerous. So here's the most like basic Martian, the scalping machine. It's literally just like this little three-legged 1.5 block high creature, and these make up like the majority of the Martians, and they're quite easy to kill. So that's that. Now spawn the how do you pronounce it? The Camisa machine or whatever. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. I also hope my sound audio isn't too high. Now, these guys, their purpose, I think, is to actually like infect like grass blocks, like with like the red weed, which is like, so this stuff over here, this is like the red weed that infects the earth in the novel, and I think the job of these Martians is to like go around on grass blocks and actually like spread it almost. So we've done that. So the fighting machine is next, and these are probably the scariest, and as you can see they rapid fire like lasers out of their eyes, and they have a lot of health. So if you download the mod and you encounter these, until you have like really good gear or maybe like an iron golem or two on your side, you're probably just going to want to run from them and avoid them. In fact, I'd recommend living underground in the mod, because they're very, very, very vicious. So then next up we have the flying machine, and as its name suggests, it's a flying Martian. It's like a fighter almost, and this will just fly around the overworld and will shoot villagers, golems and players that it encounters. And last but not least, for the mobs, we have the probing machine. Now, it's like a helicopter almost. It also flies, and its main purpose is to kind of like spawn in the scalping machines. Like, it kind of spawns them in little groups. Okay, so now that we've had a look at some of the mobs, we're going to move on and have a look at some of the blocks. Now, there are literally lots and lots of new blocks with the mod, so I can by no means cover them all in one video. So we'll start with this one. This is the backpack. Now, you can actually find these scattered all across the floor in the overworld, and it doesn't work in creative, but when you break them, they give you like supplies. Like, they give you slingshots, which are another weapon in the mod. They give you like bones, they give you food, they give you kind of like all the basic things that you need for like essential survival. So then we have the petrified door. Now, this is made from petrified logs, and as the name suggests, they are petrified logs, and you can actually find them buried underground, as odd as that might sound. Now, this is the lockbox, and basically it can only be opened by the person who crafted and then placed it on the ground. And it can also only be opened and also like broke by that person. Yeah. And then, last but not least, we'll look at the incinerator and the infected leaves. So, the incinerator, as the name suggests, you use it to basically just burn items that you don't need. And then petrified leaves. Now, over there we saw the petrified grass, and leaves, as you can probably see in that forest over there, can also be petrified. So, that is the blocks. So now, as you may have seen, I'm going to move on and look at some of the weapons of the mod. So, the Molotov, which is like a glass bottle. Now, a Molotov, for any of you who don't know, is, it's a homemade hand grenade, which is basically where you just fill a glass bottle with explosives. So, you can throw this, and it sets the ground on fire, so that's interesting. Now, this isn't a weapon, actually, but it's a tool. So, in the mod, there is lead ore, and you can use it to craft many tools, and also bullets for guns, and this is the lead pickaxe. So, yeah. Now, the miner's dynamite, it's like the Molotov, as you probably just saw, only, instead of just setting the ground on fire, it actually creates, like, proper explosions. Oh my god, this is so fun. You can literally just obliterate things. I'm gonna have hours of fun with this dynamite. So then you have all the different guns. So this gun, which is the Halcon ML63, it's rapid fire, as you can see. And then the RPG. I'll fire it at this tree. Yep, much like the dynamite, it is also an explosive, only it can go further and you can use it more effectively, like when it comes to aiming at targets. Then you have the Lee Metford rifle, which is just a rifle. It's kind of just like a more powerful bow to an extent. Then you have the Cal 45 cavalry revolver. Almost kind of just like a louder rifle, but I mean, hey, still very cool. Then we have the soldier's knife, and then, I can't actually use this, but you saw this already with the RPG. This is the rocket, and as you probably guessed, it's what the RPG uses in order to fire. It's its ammo. So yeah, those are some of the weapons, not all. There are way too many to cover in one video. So got some more kind of random items here. So here we have the oil bucket. Now oil you can use to like power various machines that you make throughout the mod. So that's oil. Then you have the shilling. Now this is actually dropped upon death by looters. You have the Martian scrap, which is used for kind of like making machines and is dropped by Martians. Same goes for the Martian circuit. And then you have the worn book, which funnily can actually be obtained by breaking grass. Don't ask why, I find that a bit odd. And it can be used to kind of, I think it can be used to kind of like make paper and various other things. And then you just have a clump of red weed, and I think you can kind of just use that as like a decoration block. But I mean, hey, still very nice, very interesting. And last but not least, I'll finish with a few kind of just almost kind of crucial bits and a few also bits that I really like. So here we have the diary. Now, basically, you can right-click on blocks, and you can use it to research them, and you level up your diary in order to kind of use, like, the Martian scraps and the electronic pieces that you get from killing Martians to kind of make, like, almost, like, better technology. Like, the more leveled up your diary is, the better technology you can make in the game to kind of combat the Martians, and it's a very crucial part of the game. So then you have the US Army helmet. Sorry if I just put that on. Yeah, that looks very cool. Looks a bit bulky on my head. And then you also have the German Army helmet. Now, as a complete history nerd, I personally really like these two. So yeah, that's that. And then you have the research table, and it's where you use your diary to craft various things once you've leveled it up. And then, last but not least, I love this because it adds so much. It's one of my like favourite aspects of the mod, if you will. You can find these scattered across the overworld. If I can just spawn one in. That's funny. Doesn't seem to let me spawn them in. Huh. That's weird. No, that's weird. So sorry, I can't seem to spawn it in, but they're ruined fighting machines, and they're basically just like static, deactivated Martian, machines, fighting machines. Sorry, lost my words there. That you can find scattered mainly throughout desert biomes. I don't know why it won't let me spawn one in, and it's just kind of nice because it adds like a feeling like they've invaded, and this is like after the invasion. Like some of them are wrecked, if you know what I mean. Not all of them are left. So yeah, that's very interesting and very cool. And yeah, that's all I have to show you guys. So I hope you all enjoyed the looking at this amazing mod. I'll also I'll leave a link to the creators channel, in the description, as I said. Be sure to go and check them out. They are really amazing. They made both this and the Dalek mod, so personally I love them. So anyways, well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and comment down below if you want me to do more War of the Worlds mod reviews. But until then, this is the Awesome Villager signing out, and thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.